This bulletin is brought to you by Good Morning Pihalia. Enjoy the warmth and indulge in the deliciousness.
Good morning, good morning.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have breaking news. Sri Satya Assembly person Dr. Shaharuddin Badaruddin has succumbed to late-stage colon cancer at 6:28 p.m. this evening. Shaharuddin, who was a Selangor State Executive Councillor and a PKR Vice President, was reported to have been warded at an intensive care unit 2 days ago at an undisclosed hospital. However, his family denied this and told the media that he was taking a 1-month leave according to doctor's advice before he would return to duty. Shaharuddin was also one of the candidates who were slated to become the Menteri Besar of Selangor following Azmin Ali's recent resignation to take up his post as Economic Affairs Minister. His passing will trigger the third by-election since the 14th general elections. Since the most recent polls, the state seats of Sungai Kandis, Balakong and now Sri Satya have fallen vacant, all due to the demise of their incumbents. Now, onto the Dewan Rakyat, the floodgates are open. Dewan Rakyat Speaker Muhammad Arif Muhammad Yusof today lifted the ban on questions regarding 1MDB and the super controversial 2.6 billion ringgit political donation. All that was missing was a ribbon-cutting ceremony and it would have been complete. Now, the only thing that remains taboo as of now are matters pertaining to the criminal charges brought against former Premier Najib Abdul Razak based on the interim gag order granted by the High Court on the 4th of July. As for everything else, it's open season.
Saya telah meneliti perkara ini dan mendapati bahawa mantan yang dipertua Dewan Rakyat telah mentafsirkan maksud mahkamah dalam petuas tersebut adalah merujuk kepada mahkamah luar negara juga berdasarkan alasan-alasan tersendiri. Walau bagaimanapun, mengikut amalan di House of Commons, prinsip sub judice hanya terpakai kepada mahkamah-mahkamah United Kingdom seperti yang dinyatakan dalam House of Commons Procedure Committee. Berdasarkan peruntukan yang dinyatakan sebelum ini, yang dipertua mempunyai kuasa mempertimbangkan penggunaan sesuatu peraturan mesyuarat. Oleh itu, saya telah menimbang perkara ini dan mentafsirkan bahawa mahkamah dalam peraturan mesyuarat 36/2 itu hanya terpakai kepada mahkamah dalam Malaysia. Justru ia tidak terpakai kepada mahkamah luar negara.
Yesterday evening, you may remember we reported on a memo that was cited that originated from the Education Ministry. It instructed all schools and educational institutions under their purview to terminate their subscriptions to Utusan Malaysia. So of course the newspaper is not happy about this and their management wants to sit down with the ministry to have a talk about what's going on since, quote, it will definitely impact sales. The reason provided by the ministry was that this was a cost-cutting measure and that the ministry is also considering cancelling subscriptions to other newspapers. Now here's the fun part about this. The memo was from the Ministry of Education, right? So the Education Minister, Mazli Malik, should know all about it. Yeah. Welcome to the Harapan administration.
Saya tak pasti dekat mana keluar tu. Saya sepanjang hari kat sini sebelum dapat info. Nanti saya cek info tu. Oh, saya kena tanya dah sebab sekarang kita dalam langkah berjimat cermat. Sebab banyak sangat sahabat sekarang boleh tengok online, apa perlu nak sahabat. Jadi kena check lah. Tak, saya tak tahu, saya kena tanya Wan Saiful lah.
Adakah surat kawalan juga akan dihentikan?
Tak, kita kena tanya Wan Saiful lah.
But if it's true, will you continue with the policy to...
Kita dalam langkah berjimat cermat, tapi saya kena tanya dia lah. Sebab itu nama dia kan?
Ya, do you agree? Okay.
Nanti saya tanya dia dulu. Okey. Segala yang boleh menjimatkan duit taxpayers money kita akan sokong lah.
Here's another thing, for the low price of 2,000 ringgit, you can get a lifetime subscription to Malaysia Kini. So, even if you have to cut costs somewhere down the road, you won't have to give up your subscription. Just one payment, no renewals, ever. And now a word from our sponsors. Malaysia's first multi-grains brand. The champion is Good Morning. In the spirit of big numbers and 1MDB, let's now talk about its former CEO Arul Kandasamy, and more particularly his fat bonus of a whopping 5 million ringgit that he got earlier this year. One of 1MDB's harshest critics, Damansara MP Tony Phua, has urged Malaysians to ask what ARUL had done in order to reduce 1MDB's staggering debt from 50 billion ringgit down to just 30 billion ringgit. After all, that's what former Prime Minister Najib said that the bonus was for. Knowing Tony, he dug deeper. According to him, the first thing 1MDB did to slash the debt was to sell off the only thing they had that drove a profit, the power plants. Well, some of us flog our stuff on muda.my when we're broke, so that's understandable, right? However, Phua highlighted that 1MDB's energy businesses were originally acquired for 12.1 billion ringgit, meaning that this move caused a permanent loss of 2.27 billion ringgit to the company. There's a lot more to what Tony dug up, which you can find on the report at malaysiakini.com. And now the Finance Ministry has just instructed its lawyers to reclaim 2.5 million ringgit that was paid to ARUL Kanda. The 5 million ringgit mentioned earlier was actually broken into two payments, both approved by Najib. The second payment was supposed to have been paid on the 30th of June.
Adakah ARUL Kanda mendapat 10 juta ringgit setahun sebelum beliau menjadi Presiden 1MDB? Saya tidak ada rekod yang menyatakan sedemikian, bahawa beliau dibayar 5 juta untuk 6 bulan, 5 juta ringgit untuk 6 bulan ataupun 10 juta ringgit untuk setahun. So saya rasa di sini kita nak tanya, adakah mantan Perdana Menteri bohong lagi supaya dapat mempertahankan gaji tinggi yang diberikan oleh pihak 1MDB dan Kerajaan Persekutuan kepada ARUL Kanda. Dan tolong ingat bahawa untuk 6 bulan pertama 2018, daripada 1 hari bulan Januari kepada 30 Jun 2018, ARUL Kanda merupakan pekerja tunggal 1MDB. Tidak ada pekerja lain kecuali ARUL Kanda. So di sini saya sekali lagi mempersoalkan kredibiliti dan integriti mantan Perdana Menteri, memberikan alasan yang tidak masuk akal langsung. Sekiranya beliau nak cakap angka dan fakta, tunjukkan bukti. Sebelum beliau menjadi Presiden 1MDB, beliau dibayar 10 juta ringgit setahun atau 5 juta ringgit untuk 6 bulan. Seperti mana yang saya nyatakan dekat sini. Ini saya hanya nak tunjuk itulah tanda tangan beliau dengan Tan Sri Muhammad Irwan Segar yang meluluskan pembayaran 5 juta ringgit untuk tempoh 6 bulan ini. Dan pihak Kerajaan Persekutuan MOF telah memberikan arahan untuk menuntut balik pembayaran 2.5 juta yang telah diterima oleh ARUL Kanda. Kita tidak luluskan pembayaran 2.5 juta, tapi yang telah dibayar 2.5 juta tindakan mahkamah, tindakan guaman telah pun diambil untuk menuntut balik.
And now our last story is a little bit of a weird one. Can't tell if it's sweet, sour or bitter. Sugar, the substance that most of us get high on without even thinking about it. The government is looking at a possible reduction of the prices of sugar to combat the current duopoly controlled by MSM Malaysia and the Central Sugar Refinery or CSR. This will most likely help to bring down food prices because so many things here contain sugar. But we as Malaysians, are we consuming too much of this stuff? Is making sugar cheaper really the best course of action right now? This one's probably going to divide a lot of us because it's between the health of the nation and the economy of the nation. Either way, I know I've got a lot to lose. If you got something to say, let's talk about it in the comments or on Twitter. Hit like, follow, subscribe, and share this video. I'm Daniel Anthony. Thank you for watching.